we're in Chicken Gizzard today.
That's correct.
With Scott. Chicken Gizzard. Why can't I live in a place called Chicken Gizzard?
Well, just not as lucky as I am, I guess.
Now, it's next to what?
It lays in between Dry Creek and Gum Lick.
And what's the next holler over?
The next ridge over is Possum Trot.
I love Kentucky.
Yeah, it's neat.
You know what? I have known you for a while. You're Todd's brother. But through many different interests that you have and things that you do, first of all, you build fences. I had you come over and build a fence, and you did a daggone good job.
Thank you.
Nobody's got out.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And the one thing that I got to talking to you about, though, is I have Murphy. And I knew that you trained dogs, but I'd forgotten that you this is what you do. And you have a partner.
Hansel Scott.
Hansel does this as well. So here we are. I said, do you think you can do anything with this dog? And you said, I think we can. And so you took Murphy. He'd never done anything. I was afraid to try anything because I worked with bird dogs, and it's not the same thing.
Right.
All of them have some natural instinct. So how long have you been working with these dogs?
Well, I trained a lot back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And I quit. And then Tanya and I have been married for 10 years. We trained for about 3 years when we first married, and then kind of got burnt out on it. And we just started back up about 2 months ago.
Right.
So not going to get too serious about it as far as a lot of dogs. We used to keep, anywhere from 10 to 14 dogs. But we're not going to get that serious about it.
So what is the first step? First of all, I guess you want to introduce them to stock and see what their reaction is.
That's right.
Am I correct there?
It's all about reading the dog. He'll tell you what he's ready for.
Right.
And it's especially important with these pups.
Now you've actually brought some dogs out today. You're going to run through some paces. First of all, you got to have stock.
Right.
Obviously. And what happens in this little ring right here?
Well, this is more for our benefit than it is the dog.
Right.
This is so that we can control the situation and stay ahead of the dog. If we was out in this 4.5 acre field that we're standing in, we're going to give out trying to run things down.
Sure. Well, can we see some working?
Sure we can.
Yeah, let's watch it.
You're going to hear me say away to me and come by. Away to me is the counterclockwise command. Come by is the clockwise command. Now typically when we're training, we don't use both flanks in the same lesson. She's got about a good solid month of training on her, maybe 5 weeks.
If she had a report card, what would she be getting grade-wise?
She's a pretty nice dog. She's a B. Yeah, you'll see some with maybe just a tick more natural talent, but she's pretty nice. She's a pretty nice pup. I'm just kind of tapping this stick to let her know I'm still here, because the only thing keeping these dogs from maybe hurting stock is us, the discipline we put on them.
So their instinct is to go get them.
Oh yeah, their instinct is to go to them. Now the more natural they are, the more their instinct is to go gather them, put them together, and hack it out there. Put them together and put them somewhere. Maybe not necessarily with you, but put them together.
Right.
That's the more natural dogs. But as you can see, she's a pretty nice pup. This pup, probably a 10 or 15 minute lesson at this stage of the game wouldn't be too much for sure. But she got to bear in mind, she won't be a year old till May. So she's just a baby. We have to handle her pretty easy. And you probably see here too, when they go in or out of a gate, they lay down.
Huh.
Then that way, when we start going to a field one of these days, they go into the field and say they're off lead. She's got no control, but no choice but to stay with me here today. But the more and more we'll get to trusting her, and we'll keep her off lead more.
Right.
But we want her to lay down when she comes in.
Gotcha.
And wait for us to tell her what to do. That'll do. That'll do.
Now who's this dog?
This is Dan. This is a full litter mate brother to Ann that was just in the pen.
Gotcha.
He's already to the stage, I don't really have to do a lot of blocking. So if I go over here, he brings them to me.
Yeah.
There's nothing to keep me from taking sheep to liberty, with this dog. Now he's just in orbit right now, but I'm gonna step out here, block him. So he's bringing stock to me, even though we're in a little tight pen.
Now you gave Ann a B. What'd you give this cat right here?
I'd probably have to say a B on him as well. He started a lot better than Ann, but Ann's kind of coming up. you can't knock them too much. I mean, they're really pretty nice pups.
So what do you have with Murphy?
Murphy has, he's kind of unique in some ways.
Okay.
He wants to go straight onto the stock.
Okay.
All right, that presents a bit of a challenge.
Now, when you say that, I mean, he's just
straight on. Yeah, the only thing
runs
keeping
right
him
at it.
from hurting stock is us. You know, we're going to block him and keep him off of them.
So right now, it's just brutal instinct wanting to get at those animals.
It's right. It's more of a wolf type instinct,
Yeah.
though. He likes to work when it's on his terms. See how he's not wanting to look at me? Things aren't just exactly right in his mind. He's not figured out yet that he's working for me. He thinks I'm working for him. And, you know, that's not how it is. So that'll get better. It's just a difference in dogs. And you have to treat them all as individuals.
Sure. So, the dog's got B's, so what are we talking here?
He's a D minus.
But at least
We're going to tutor him up, though.
At least he didn't get an F.
That's right.
So there's hope.
There's hope. Yeah, we're going to make it.
He's got drive. I mean, he wants, like you, when you tell me on the phone, there's no problem with him going to stock. He wants to go to stock. I see what you're saying.
Right.
But what I saw with the other dogs, who got a better grade, much better grade than him, is when it was time to lie down, they were still looking at you and the sheep.
Right.
Murphy's like, hey, what's up, man?
Yeah.
He's looking over
He thinks I'm picking on him still, but we're going to get past it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff. Well, man, thank you so much for taking time out today. Beautiful day. Although the sun did go behind a cloud, it's getting cool. I'm going to have to go home and build a fire and cook me a huge steak.
Uh-oh.
You think it's a good idea?
I think it is.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.